culture, if you want to call it that, or faith, is quite strong in the sense that, you know, it's domineering. English culture, it's quite easy to chip away at it, and I think English people are probably threatened about it.
That's the insecurity I was talking
Oh yeah, it's
But you're both talking as if Islamic culture is one.
No, of course it's not homogenous.
It's not a homogenous thing, and it's not.
But one thing we do all agree upon is the Quran. We do agree that the Quran is a revelation from God himself, and we all agree that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is that messenger of God. And we all agree upon that we should worship that one true God. But what we don't agree upon, when Christians come up to us and tell us Jesus is a man, or God is a man, or when Hindus come up to us and they say God is multiplicity of he's a monkey, or when atheists come up to me and say there is no God. We as Muslims have that one simple message where there is that one God, like Jews have. So are you Jewish? You look a bit Jewish. Oh, so you look a bit Jewish. I kept thinking, yeah, no, if you had that on, that one. So it's not this glasses. That's a bit racist there, but anyways, yeah.
It was,
My
actual point with that is
you don't come from Islamic
that
stock.
idea. You know what I'm saying? That idea itself of having that one God and believing in that one God.
See China, the Chinese Communist Party. Also
By that, it can never be defeated.
The idea itself, because it's very intrinsic to our, even our nature.
A microphone appears.
Within our nature, we know if I go home and I see a cup of tea there, I know intrinsically that cup of tea had to be made.
Sure, but you're claiming that Islam will one day dominate China, for instance.
Oh, I mean like where everyone in the whole world would know about God's message through the Prophet Muhammad. That's number one. That's number
do know
because it does prophesy in the age of information that we live in.
But you think China, you said, will be a Muslim nation, a Muslim group?
Well, the entire planet eventually.
Yeah. You see it to the whole planet.
Okay, if you want to go really literal into this, this is when the end of days will come.
Yeah, but see, I don't believe.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
So we're going to turn Islamic when the world's going to end.
No, I meant as in when Jesus comes down. As Muslims, we believe Jesus is also going to return.
Right.
And when Jesus comes down and he fights off the Antichrist, I don't know if you've heard about all of this story.
I've heard
okay,
that. Yeah.
But we believe that he's going to defeat the Antichrist, and we believe the Antichrist today, certain people, Satanists that control the world, are in cahoots, in bed with that same Antichrist Satanists, with that, and they're preparing the way on this earth for the vibrancy, the negative energy of not believing in a God, and fornication, nudity, not caring about anything, not caring about our parents, leaving our parents in nursing homes, violence, killing each other, where the murderer won't know why he's murdering him, and the person that got killed won't even know why they're getting killed. This is the society that we're living in now. So something has to give. So what we say as Muslims, these are the signs of the last days. We're seeing what we're seeing today.
So after Jesus comes down and fights the Antichrist, what then happens on this planet?
When there will be justice. We believe when Jesus finally does return, there will be justice will be spread. And this justice that I'm talking about is the Islam that now. Let's now get into it. So Islam, what is Islam? Belief and submission of one God. Submitting your will to that one God. So Islam as a religious aspect now is people who adhere to that faith. So when we say that Jesus is going to come down, which we believe Jesus himself is a Muslim, that worship the one God, we believe, when he comes down, he establishes justice. So what justice is he establishing that we don't have already today? Let me tell you what we don't have today. Today we have a society where the rich 1% rule 80% of the world's wealth. We have a place where there's homelessness.
China routinely executes billionaires.
Oh, they try.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
But you're saying that it's going to dominate China.
No,
it's just
I mean,
you can't apply that around the world.
No, I mean, let's start with here now, where we're living in. Okay. We're living in a place where NHS is stored up because half of the people are so drunk that can't even walk down to the A. They can't even walk down to the A&E. The same professionals, the same surgeons, the same doctors and teachers that teach us respectable professions are the ones that you'll see if you go out there now in alleyways drunk, vomiting behind cars. No, I'm just saying, no. Hear what I'm saying. No, but hear what I'm saying. But
all
Monday
the
morning,
teachers are in the alleyways drunk.
Hear what I'm saying. in the Monday morning they're going to go back to work and they'll be ashamed of what they did.
They won't. They'll be
You're
gossiping with each other.
You're
telling each other what they're
exaggerating
up to.
wildly.
Okay. Just go with me on this journey. So the justice that's not here on this earth is, number one, the spread of wealth. The wealth of this world is not spread enough equally. We all know that. That's number one. Capitalism, what it has done, it's basically separated the family home. Where right now we see today, nursing homes are booming. We have people in this country who have their mothers and fathers locked up with foreign, wherever they are, washing their backsides, clothing them, all of this thing.
But just bring China. They don't do it in China.
Or in Asia, or anything.
We have an epidemic of alcoholism in this country.
I would say it's
No, we
epidemic.
don't. No, we don't. No,
Yes, we
don't.
do. Alcoholism, we have an epidemic because NHS, 40% of the money that goes to the NHS is due with alcohol related.
40%.
40%.
No way.
Check it
no
out.
way,
Check
no
it out.
way,
Check it out.
no way.
A&Es, mostly A&Es, they'll tell you they're backed up because it's so full.
Maybe, okay.
You might be talking about A&Es, but not the entire health service.
Okay, cool.
A&Es just one aspect.
Then we have the gambling. People here, epidemic in gambling society. We know this. We
buying
have,
lottery
when I
tickets
first
on a
came to this
Saturday.
country, I used to look at the TV and never used to see any gambling.
Yeah, there is. Okay, there is some. There is some.
Change the law.
There is an
They can
abundance
Now
of
they can have
gambling.
adverts here. They can advertise, and then right at the
Go
end,
in a
second,
casino in London, it's full of Chinese people. It's not full
and
of...
Arabs as well, probably rich
Yeah,
Arabs.
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Not
But
full
what
of
I'm saying
rich
is,
people.
and right at the end, 10 seconds, they'll be like, responsible gambling, gamble responsibly. They'll tell you all of this, and they'll tell you gamble responsibly.
The idea is that people have evolved enough to be able to make those conscious decisions where they don't indulge too much in it.
Okay.
So
So
people,
Or go to the pub on a Friday,
Yeah.
but don't indulge.
yeah, where they're getting up at 7 o'clock drinking. Yeah.
I'm trying to show you the evils of society that we have right now and why Jesus has to come down to establish this justice.
This is what all
you- okay,
Abrahamic
but-
Do
monotheistic
you understand?
religions
Do
do.
you kind of understand where I'm coming from when I say
But what you're
Islam will
what you're saying-
dominate? That's what I mean.
No, but listen. When you say that though, China, for instance, they have stringent regulations on this sort of stuff, right? Stringent. So again, all your ills in this society, they're already, whether or not you like the
Dealt with in
Chinese state,
others.
they're dealt with in China.
Okay.
And also Chinese people do not whack their parents in a home, as you're saying over here. They don't. And also they routinely execute what they see as corrupt billionaires, which keeps people thinking that they're dealing with the unfair distribution of wealth.
We have a story in the Quran and the Bible about the story of the Pharaoh in Egypt. Pharaoh in Egypt was a very powerful man. The Pharaoh of Egypt was so powerful that he actually told the people he is God himself. He used to enslave people, the Israelite, the Jews, and all of. We know about these stories. Yet there was a man that came, sent by God, which is called Moses, which came, faced the whole of the empire by himself with miracles and freed the people of Egypt from his captivity. But what you're telling me right now is the same similar situation where you're saying, how is Islam going to penetrate or somehow even come into Chinese minds or whatever? It's the same way we say God is all powerful, all miraculous, can create miracles, can do all sorts. So when you talk about one man, me going into China, they'll probably execute me, of course. But slowly by slowly, chipping away at the thought of that there is no God, because communism takes away all religions. We know that. It takes away all communism tells you you're not allowed to have a religion. It's not this society where we have freedom of religion, freedom of expression, freedom of speech.
Would your ideal society have freedom of expression and freedom of religion and freedom of speech?
Not the Islamic. My ideal society would be an Islamic society.
Which would that does that? I
That
don't know.
Islamic
does it allow for those
society
things?
allows freedom of religion, freedom of thought, freedom of whatever you want to do in your closed home. Like for instance,
Inside,
Man,
not
this-
outside.
they-
We
they-
couldn't do it like here, outside.
like in this country right now,
No, but in your
in this
perfect...
country right now, if I want to have sex with a woman or my wife, do I go home to do it or do I come out in this park? If I come
No,
out in this park and
you
do
get
it,
done for
no,
indecent.
if I come out in this park
But
and do
having
it,
sex
can I
isn't
get,
the same as following a religion,
No,
is
hear what I'm
it?
saying. I'm trying to show you an analogy. If I have sex in this park and if I have sex in the house,
I think
I'm
probably people are doing it now,
I
don't
wouldn't
they?
be, but if they get caught by police, what would happen to them? They'll probably be reprimanded and arrested. So, for instance, same with Islamic society. Islamic society tells you,
We
okay,
weren't talking about.
How is having sex in public the same as talking about your religion? or your belief
Oh,
or non-belief.
You're allowed to talk. Who told you that you're not allowed to talk about
Sorry, you
religion?
just said you can do it in your house, but you can't do
I
it
meant,
publicly.
No, I meant like, for instance, if you're gay, which we know probably you're gay, right?
I'm not. Why'd you say probably I'm gay?
Sorry?
You've been reading too much, haven't you?
No,
I'm not. I'm married with a kid.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely 100%.
Because I actually thought
I like tits
one of the
and a
main
nice
things.
house.
Okay, one of the main. Are you sure? That's
Absolutely
It's so
100%.
weird hear you say that.
But
It's so weird hearing you say that.
I stand
That's
for
it,
gay
no.
rights, but no.
It's like.
Are you sure?
The thought of fucking something hairy
Yeah.
repulses me.
So people in
No,
this
But
park,
I stand. Did you
Okay,
get that on
okay,
camera?
okay.
But I
the
will
main
stand for
route-
gay rights.
so people in this
Main
park have just been presuming that you're a homosexual.
They haven't got a fucking. They're obsessive. Yeah, I love hairy women. I love hairy women. What was I going to say?
Because I was presuming, because the hate that you probably, or I wouldn't say hate, but the dislike that you have with Islam came from that source. I thought because you were
Well, maybe it
homosexual-
comes partly from the fact that I think gay rights are important, and I don't think gay people should be discriminated because of what they are.
I don't believe
But it doesn't
gay
make me
people
one.
as a Muslim should be discriminated, should be killed, I don't believe that as a Muslim. I believe if a gay man comes out here and tries to do his other thing with another man, or he comes out here with flyers, like I'm talking about Islamic society,
But in no
and he comes out with
different-
flyers to say that to spread his agenda, to spread the gayness. that
How do you
is wrong.
spread gayness?
Just
That's what I've
like
never-
through the school system. Right now, in
How
the
do you,
school
so you
system,
think you can make someone gay that isn't
they're
gay?
doing it in schools right now.
How are they doing it
No,
in
I'm not
schools?
saying they're making them. I'm saying they're influencing them. They're
How
influencing.
could you ever
Listen,
be influenced to be gay, even when you were a kid?
No, as a youngster, if as a youngster, not
Yes.
knowing anything, as a 4 or 5-year-old, and you're placed amongst a gay home or something like this, and you grow up and you see your guy dad kissing and all that, you'll think it's normal. Am I lying? You'll definitely
But
think it's
what, that
normal.
wouldn't turn you gay, though,
No,
would it?
I'm saying, but it will have a big influence.
Look, when
on
I
you.
grew up, when I reached puberty, I knew then I fancy girls, I fancy tits, I want to look at.
So how
a bit
about
of-
so how about after school now? That same Tom and Jerry that was running around, now Jerry is having sexual relations with a,
Make me
of
fancy
a male
form.
a male dog or something.
How would that?
You know,
How would that make me fancy a male form?
No, I'm saying right now the agenda of gayness
Do you believe
and,
people are
and LGBT is being pushed heavily. We know this. We
But
know
it
there's an
doesn't
agenda
change
out
people.
there.
It
So you
doesn't change
believe
people.
people are socially conditioned into being gay?
Yeah.
100. They're not born gay. 100%.
Right, okay, that's
they're
what
not.
you're saying, okay.
They're socially conditioned, and they have an urge which God places within them. Because God tells us.
So God's placing gay urges.
Who places the paedophilia urges in someone?
Well, I don't believe in God,
Who
you
places
know
the
that.
urges? Who places the urges of I want to kill someone? Who places
brain,
the urges
the
of,
human brain.
No, what I'm saying is these urges we say as Muslims is that God testing us. God testing us, and not
So he tests some men by giving them gay urges.
to not be gay. God tells you not to be gay, and if you have
So he
somehow
teases them to try and make them gay to see if they
he's
can
there
resist.
No, he's there to test you. He's there to give you the best reward. We as Muslims don't believe this is it, Steve. We don't believe.
And there's the
this
problem
is
in
it.
my view. There's
we
the
believe
problem.
after we die,
Because you
there's
think
a,
there's
there's
another
eternal
life, you'd care less about this
There's-
life. I care more about this
I have
life.
to care more about the way to get to the next life is about preserving this.
I'm
your
sorry,
life here.
if you put two scenarios in front of me, one person who thinks there's an afterlife, another person who doesn't think there's an afterlife, to me it's logical that the person that doesn't think there's an afterlife is going to take more care and attention in this life than the person that thinks there is an afterlife. Because
Definitely
he
not.
thinks there's something else
Definitely
to look
not.
forward
Definitely
to.
not.
I don't think there's anything to
Definitely
look forward
not.
to, so I'm
Definitely
going to make good of this.
Definitely not, because
Whereas-
you, someone who only thinks about this life,
Will treat it better.
No, they wouldn't, because they don't have a sense of what? Sense of consequence, sense of punishment in the hereafter.
You have sense of
So
consequence
now-
in this life.
I get that, but if the police don't catch me, how many people? So how about if it's a big mafia and he's got the police in his pocket? What then? What consequences is he fearing? He's not fearing any consequences. If I'm a big mafia in my country like Escobar and I got the police and army in my pocket,
Yeah, one day
who-
probably die,
No, but,
won't
no, but who am I fearing? Which authority am I fearing?
The DEA?
Oh, come on, mate. We know. Okay, the DEA. Okay, but we as Muslims,
They're the ones who
we fear the biggest, the ultimate judge, which is the Almighty. So imagine, I think we as Muslims are supposed to believe that God, Allah, is so close to us, closer than our jugular vein. He hears what we think. He hears what we're about to plan. Everything. So are you telling me a person like that thinks like that about God and is not allowed to lie, cheat, steal, do all of these things
Doesn't seem to-
Are you telling me he's gonna care less? If he cares about the afterlife and trying to get there, he has to do things good here in order to get to that place.
So,
do you understand what I'm
so
saying? now?
why aren't a bigger proportion of Muslims good people? Because there's a whole
Who told you
stack
that?
of bad
Who told
Muslims
you
out
that?
there, isn't there?
No,
Yes.
No. I would
No,
say-
there are not so-called Muslims doing shit, doing bad things.
Yeah, there are. But you're saying
Why?
the majority.
Why?
you saying
No, I
majority?
didn't say majority.
You just said there's more. That's what you said. You
No, I
said-
didn't. Well, if I did, I correct myself
Okay,
and I
correct yourself.
apologise.
Okay,
I
accept
didn't mean
it,
that.
accept it.
What I meant was there are lots of Muslims
Of course, yeah.
who are doing shit
Bad
stuff.
things, of course.
Like there are lots of
100%.
Christians, like there are a lot of atheists.
But they're not
so
following
why
the
therefore?
So
does-
they're outside the fold of Islam. is what
No,
you're saying.
they're not following
but
the
why?
correct
Why
teachings of
does?
Islam.
But why
They're
does
outside
this?
the fold of Islam.
No, because
So they're still within inside the fold of Islam.
if Islam tells me in the Quran I'm not allowed to drink alcohol, and I go up there now in central London and start drinking alcohol, does that take me out of the fold of Islam? Is that what you think?
Some
Islam is?
Muslims may say so.
No,
No.
there's not one Muslim that will say that.
Oh, there
Not
it
one.
is.
Tell me one Muslim.
Well,
that will
okay.
tell
Well, let's
you
give another
me drinking
example.
takes
I don't know.
Let's give
I'm
another
I'll tell you.
example.
I'm a Muslim, so I can tell you. Can I educate you? I'll educate you about things that take you out of Islam is kufr. Things that are like major sins. Like for instance, no, I'll tell you.
Okay, what are major sins?
For instance, rejecting that the Quran verses of the Quran. For instance, if I say this verse is not in the Quran, or if I reject the prophets, if I say Jesus didn't exist. That takes me out of Islam. If I say heaven and hell doesn't exist, that
What about
takes me out of
sleeping
Islam.
with someone outside of marriage? Would that be
That
taking
doesn't
you
take. No,
outside?
it doesn't.
So therefore,
That's what I'm saying. Trying to tell you.
can I give you another example then?
Yeah.
Sex grooming. Does that take someone out of Islam?
No, it doesn't. I'll be honest.
So they're still.
No, but they're bad Muslims. Hear what I'm saying now? Because Islam itself does not allow them to groom
So it's not a
young
major sin,
girls.
is what you're saying. It's-
They're going against the
But
teachings
it's not a major
of Islam.
sin. Shouldn't it be a major
No, it's a
sin?
major sin.
But it
But
doesn't
not-
take-
but
but it
not-
doesn't take them
But
outside the
this
fold of
doesn't
Islam.
take them out of the
Right.
fold of
Shouldn't
Islam.
it? Shouldn't it?
No, but here, I don't make the rules.
I know you
God
don't,
is the
I know,
one that
I
makes the
know.
rules. So what you have to understand is, if someone is grooming girls, they're going against the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. They're going against raping, using vulnerable girls, drugging them, drinking with them. All of these things are not acceptable. No. If it wasn't an Islamic state, imagine this. Look how hypocrisy this can be on you guys. Because the grooming gangs, if they were in an Islamic state doing what they did, they would be hanged. They would be executed. This is what would happen to them. Do you believe now, living here, that those same Islamic guys that did that deserve to be hanged and killed? Do you believe that? You don't believe that?
I don't believe in taking
You see what I'm
people's
saying now?
lives.
You see what I'm saying
You
now?
know, so on the issue.
So
on the
who's
issue
more
here-
against it than you? Me or you? Who's more against it?
No, just because we
know what I'm saying?
believe
I
in
was gonna
different
say-
punishments doesn't make your.
Of course it does.
No, it doesn't.
So
We've
if
just
I
had
give-
different views on what the
No.
appropriate punishment.
So-
Doesn't mean I think it's less of a crime.
No. So how? Yes,
I
it
don't
does.
think
Yes, it
anyone
does.
should be killed.
How about if I tell you
A
this
terrorist
country?
shouldn't be
I'll
killed.
tell you this
A
country.
murderer shouldn't be
This
killed.
country.
A paedophile shouldn't
This
be
country
killed.
that you hold so high in democracy. This
Well, maybe
country.
I think you
This
do as
country
well.
jails drug dealers much more than they do. They give more sentence to
Longer
a drug dealer,
sentences.
longer sentences than they do a paedophile.
And I would
Yes or
say
no?
that's wrong. I don't know. I honestly
Yes or
don't
no?
know.
So
That would be wrong.
shows you.
That's true.
So
If
what does
it's
that show
true,
you?
it's wrong.
So what does that show you then? That
I
shows
still don't
you
think you should
they
kill
see
them.
one as a bigger than the other.
We all,
That's what
whether
I
it's
mean.
Islam or whether it's whatever
So that
secular
shows you
democracy,
I
we
care
have
more.
scales
So
of.
that shows you the
It doesn't
scale.
mean you care more.
Of course it does. Because if the government here, the law, is jailing drug dealers longer than they do paedophiles, that means they care more about punishing the drug dealers than they do the paedophiles. It's logic, common sense. So me, now personally, you
Wanting to kill them.
you talking about grooming gangs, I care more about it not happening because I want them to be punished more severe than you do.
But this is
That's just
an
normal
ideal
logic.
situation. This is an ideal situation. It's never going to happen, is it?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, it's idealism. This idea. Well, this idea. This
It's in the
ideal.
Quran. I'm
Yeah,
telling
no,
you,
I
it's
know.
it's
What's
the
the
law.
ideal situation?
If you're
In his
raping,
idea, the Islamic State, it's never going to come about anyway.
it is going to come about.
Yeah, well, yeah,
What,
so
the
When
Islamic
Jesus
State?
returns.
Yeah,
The
so
Islamic- I'm not saying just when Jesus returns.
Before that.
No, it's gonna like basically. There's, you guys know about. Okay, I said about Antichrist. The Antichrist. When you see about when you look around and you go anywhere, you just go anywhere tonight. Anywhere you go and keep an eye out for a one eye symbol. Just take it from my
What do you
word.
mean?
If you a one eye symbol.
What, like the
The one
where it goes like that.
Have you seen in the
Like a lot of the chemists wear.
the one that the chemical wear?
Is that?
You'll see that in movies. You'll see that in music videos.
And what's the point?
You'll see that. It's not a coincidence. Is my point. My point is,
To be honest, you don't
these
see it
things-
everywhere.
No, me personally, I've seen it. Me personally, I've seen it since I started reading about this and I started enlightening myself to it. Because a lot of Muslims don't really know about it. We stick to our Quran and this is what we do. But when you start to look outside, like as in what is happening in politics and society, what these kings doing, what is this music industry, when you start looking deep into it, you start to see a correlation. You start to see that the music industry, the movie industry, the entertainment industry, the politics, banking, finance, all of these things, kings, royals, everything is all interconnected. We know,
And it's all because of this eye. That's what
and it's
proves
all,
it.
no, I'm saying they're all preparing the way for the arrival of the Antichrist. This is what they're doing. They're actively preparing
Isn't this like
the world.
Masonic kind of going?
This is
Masonic kind of
let's
stuff
go.
now?
If you want to really get, that's what I said. It's probably too deep for you to handle. But as a Muslim,
I don't believe
no,
it.
but never hears. As a Muslim, seeing this and reading my Quran,
I think it's
word by word.
I think it's an oversimplification of how societies work. It's
very simple.
So can I ask?
Come take over everything from your melanin. Come, man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV. Listen. COE. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV. I don't even listen to Sky YG. I just listen to COE. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV. I don't even listen to Sky Magic. Man, just listen to COE. Man, just listen to COE. Man, just listen to COE. If you see me in COE, consider over everything COE.
Man not in the no BBC, man not in the no ITV, not even listen to the MUM, they just listen to COE.